The world came to a stop for a lot of people on January 14th, 2016, when lovable actor Alexcia Patrick Rickman passed away at the age of 69 from a terminal cancer, which was pancreatic cancer, which is cancer in your pancreas. He found out about it when it was too late, and he honestly just did the best he could, acted and lived out his life the best he could, and died alongside with his wife, and he was cremated. And his wife apparently kept his ashes, and he was just such a lovely, lovely actor. I did another separate video on this, but he is most known for doing movies like the Harry Potter series, Die Hard, Love Actually, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Sense and Sensibility, Alice in Wonderland. I could go on and on and on. He has done so many roles in movies. January Man is another one of them. Galaxy Quest. The list goes on. He acted and did a span of career for so long that he has been remembered as an English actor for so many roles. And actually, I will also say that because I did a separate video, all of his roles, I will link it in the description below in case anyone wants to see that past video also. Ironically, as luck would have it, not only did Alan Rickman die of the same cancer, but musician and artist David Bowie also passed away from the same cancer within the same week. From what I remember, both of them just tried to live out the rest of their lives as best they could. Is finding out about cancer from too late. I just wanted to mention it because both of them passed within the same week, just days within each other. So to David Bowie, I also want to say rest in peace, and I really do hope that both of them are at peace. It's just really, really ironic and crazy that both of them died from the same week, from the same illness. I just wanted to mention that. In this video, I am going to be focusing on some of the interviews that he did over the years and some of the scenes from Harry Potter themselves. This is a sole focus on Alan Rickman from Harry Potter, and this is in honor of him since he passed away on January 14th, 2016. I hope you guys enjoy this video and honor him with me in this. And to Alan, we love you. And all of us fans around the world miss you, and we will forever, forever remember you, honor you, and love you always. Enjoy this video with me.
Turn to page 394.
Vengeance is sweet. I hoped I'd be the one to catch you, Severus. I told Dumbledore you were helping an old friend into the castle, and now, here's the proof.
Now, if you'll excuse us, Remus and I have some unfinished business to attend to.
Give me a reason. I beg you.
Severus, don't be a fool.
He can't help it, it's habit by
Sirius,
now.
be quiet!
Quiet yourself, Remus!
Listen to you two, quarreling like an old married couple.
Why don't you run along and play with your chemistry set?
I could do it, you know. But why deny the Dementors? They're so longing to see you. Do I detect a flicker of fear? Ah, yes. A Dementor's kiss. One can only imagine what that must be like to endure. It's said to be nearly unbearable to witness, but I'll do my best. After you.
Sirius!
You playing it, having played the character for all those years, do you sort of have those sort of emotional, maybe even cathartic moments with a role, or does it feel like a scene that you're playing and we move on to the next scene?
Well, no, I mean, with the last film, it was very cathartic because you were finally able to see who he was. And it was, I suppose, strange in a way to play stuff that was so emotional. because a lot of the time, you're working in 2 dimensions, not 3. It's a very clear outline that all of those characters have, but satisfying on all sorts of levels. Rafe and I had a scene where you just thought, well, finally here's just a couple of actors talking to each other, and no special effects. Just watching that scene, you think, well, thank God for computer graphics, because Maggie and I are having holding a wand is not the most threatening thing. And pointing it at Dame Maggie Smith, you've grown up worshipping from the cheap seats at the National Theatre. Yeah. And she's pointing it at you. And she can arch an eyebrow like nobody. So thank God for the sheets of flame. No, very cathartic on all sorts of levels. Then seeing Dan and Rupert and Emma, and that's 10 years where you watched people go from 12 to 22. Mm.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death. Then again, maybe some of you have come to Hogwarts in possession of abilities so formidable that you feel confident enough to not pay attention. Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? You don't know? Well, let's try again. Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me a bezoar? Pity. Clearly, fame isn't everything. For your information, Potter, a bezoar is a stone taken from the stomach of a goat, and it will save you from most poisons. Well, why aren't you all copying this down? And Gryffindors, note that 5 points will be taken from your house for your classmate's cheek.
It was a unique experience, and I wouldn't have missed anything for it. And I'm proud of the fact that we all took it dead seriously. And, there was no messing about. Well, there was a little bit. Yeah, we had to laugh sometimes. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of work to be gotten through every day. But, amazing work by Stuart Craig, the production designer. I never stopped being fascinated by picking up my wand and poking the wall just to check that it really was polystyrene, because it looked like a real castle. Incredible skill sets around you everywhere.
Expelliarmus!
Perhaps it would be prudent to first teach the students to block unfriendly spells. We'll be sending Potter to the hospital wing in a matchbox. Might I suggest someone from my own house? Malfoy, perhaps? Don't move, Potter. I'll get rid of it for you.
Allow me, Professor Snape.
Vipera Ivanesca.
Snape would ultimately...
well, she didn't. I mean, there's a lot of speculation about this. Before I said I would do it, I said I have to talk to her. And I rang her And she was with her sister at the time. She said, "I can't talk now." So that's how much she kept it all to herself. She said, "We'll talk tomorrow." And then we spoke the next day, and she gave me one small piece of information that was just a very small, and it certainly wasn't, and this will happen, and then that will happen, and this is how it finishes. I never knew any of that. But it was a small piece of information that let me know that there was more to him than met the eye.
Can you share what that was?
No. Because I promised her I never would.
Okay.
And I never have.
Like you without dates. Oh. Come with one of us. Oh. Come on. It's one thing for a bloke. Look, we've just got to grit our teeth and do it. Tonight when we get back to the common room, we'll both have partners. Agreed?
Agreed.
You must. 10 points from Hufflepuff, Fawcett, and the same for Ravenclaw, Stebbins.
It's a sign, Severus. Really? Then perhaps you wouldn't mind rolling up your sleeve, huh? You don't fool me, Severus.
I have nothing to be scared of, Igor. Can you say the same?
Did you have a good time doing it?
Well, it's an extraordinary experience. You know, there isn't anything to compare it to. When I said I would do it, there were only 3 books, so didn't quite know what any of us were letting ourselves in for. And to realize that, after the 3rd film, we sort of got it organized a bit so that I and the other adult characters were, on average, I suppose, I was doing 7 weeks a year on each film in a bunch, so that I had 45 weeks doing other things, you know, directing in the theater or being on stage 6 months here in New York in Private Lives and making other movies like Sweeney Todd or Love Actually. So every year there'd be this 7 weeks of buttoning up all those buttons and putting on the wig and going, all right, okay.
You applied first for the Defence Against the Dark Arts post, is that correct?
Yes.
But you were unsuccessful?
Obviously.
Tell them how you looked him in the eye. A man who trusted you and killed him. Tell them.
Take them. Take them. Please.
Give me something. Quickly, a flask, anything.
Them to the posse. Look at me. You have your mother's eyes.
Don't kill me.
The prophecy did not refer to a woman.
But he thinks it's her son. He intends to hunt them down now, to kill them. Hide her. Hide them all. I beg you. Anything.
Harry.
You said you would keep her safe.
Rather like you.
Doesn't need protection. The Dark Lord is gone.
The Dark Lord will return. He has her eyes. If you truly loved her,
no one can know.
that I should never reveal the best of you, sir.
Your word.
On the night Lord Voldemort went to Godric's Hollow to kill Harry, the curse rebounded. A part of Voldemort's soul latched itself onto the only living thing it could find. Harry himself. He must die. This time.
Always. So when the time comes, the boy must die. You've kept him alive so that he can die at the proper moment. You've been raising him like a pig for slaughter.
You must be the one to kill me, Severus. That is essential.
Time I was on this show, you said to me, was I aware that people impersonated me? Then I heard that the very next night, Benedict Cumberbatch and you had what is described as a Rickman off.
It's a famous game people play.
So, apparently these are the Jimmy Fallon truth-telling machines.
Yeah.
So I just want to know what you have to say about that. Breathe it in.
This is really like a James Bond show. This really is.
I'm very sorry you were offended. I'm very, very sorry. And welcome to the show.
Apology accepted.
Yeah. When I try... Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You did 8 movies with a character. What was the name of that character again that you did the movies and all the based on the books?
Get a good in.
Professor Snape. No, the young boy with the scar on his, yeah.
Exhale and then inhale, yeah.
This is very difficult, but it's Harry Potter.
Aha, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for being here. And I think, yes, it turns out, because you were just on the show, and then Benedict brought up that we're both fans of yours.
Ha!